Hi everybody, my name is Jessica and this is my channel Plant Hooker, and today we're going to talk about my very first cactus. This is my gymnocalycium horstii or spider cactus. And the reason why it's called a spider cactus is because if you look at the little needles at the top, like right here, kind of look a little bit like spiders. Well, that's the reason why. They are small globular cactuses. They don't get very big. Like mine is 3 inches. Yes, 3 inches, and it's more shaped like a pentagon when you look at it, like very pentagony like, and can be about so 3 inches is 8 centimeters. Yes, or almost 8 centimeters. And Demeter is here. She's having cone-free time, so she hasn't been licking herself too bad lately. But they can get to be as big as 10 inches wide. They don't grow very tall. They just more or less get wider. So 10 inches is almost 25 centimeters. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. Sorry. Doing that very quickly. These guys are native. Yes, I love you, Demeter. Now, these guys are native to like the southern regions of Brazil, where most of their desert areas are. Okay. Now, in the wild, these guys are considered to be an endangered species in their home environment. That's due to us collecting them for our homes. Now, I water him, well, during the winter time and during the summertime, because the way the heat is. I'll water him between 20 and 25 days. Depending on, of course, the heat and how cold and warm it is. But I won't water him until his moisture meter level is at a 1. And that's usually between the 20 to 25 days. Sometimes it has gone to 30, but very rarely. That was more like a spring, fall, where it's, you know, it's warm enough outside to where you don't want to turn the oil on, but cold enough to where you need to like put sweaters and whatnot on. So, but I do fertilize him as well. Now, when it comes to fertilizer, the kind you want to use is the succulent and cactus plant food. You don't want to use the other kinds. And the best time is to fertilize him is between 2 to 6 months. So every 2 months during the summertime, every 6 months during winter, and spring and fall would be between those numbers, like 3 and 4 months. Yeah. Do not mist him. Do not clean him with water. He hates to do that. So if you do feel the need to clean him, like, because cat hair, just either get a soft toothbrush or makeup brush. I've seen some people use that. I use a paintbrush, like those little ones you get at the dollar stores, and I'll just like paint off the hair and whatever dirt that might get on him. Because what happens is if he does accidentally get like water sitting on him and whatnot, and there it is, you'll get like brown spots. Let's see if I can, there, right there. And that's due to like a fungal infection from being wet too long. And the best way to cure that I find, because I've tried other methods that people had suggested online, and that's why that hole kept getting bigger. I just took a Q-tip, straight alcohol, and I dabbed the area, and I put him near my wood stove with a grow light, and that seemed to stop it. It hasn't gotten any bigger, and it even, I know there was a small one here too. Yeah, I have a small one right here, and I did the same method, as soon as I saw it. And now the reason why this guy did get like misted and water on him is because in the south facing window that this pot can fit in, I have some other plants nearby that like to be misted. So ever since I learned that when they get misted, I take them out, put them away, mist them, and then I put him back. And then he's fine. He's perfectly happy with that. Loves full sun. Has to be in a south-facing window. Does not like north. Does not like east. Does not like west. He hates those windows. And the only time he does like those windows, if there's like a full sun coming in, then you can put him there. As soon as that sun is gone, put him in the south. As soon as that sun is gone, put him in the west. Like if you want to do the rotation history with him, then he's not too bad with that. When it comes to pests, this guy has been a powerhouse when it comes to pests. Like he's been around plants that have had like thrips infestations, fungus gnats infestations, and nobody bugs him. But they can be plagued with thrips, so I'm not sure what he was doing differently, unless it's because I don't clean him, like I only dust him. The neem oil that he sometimes gets sprays with will probably stay on him longer, and the thrips don't like that. Other than thrips, they can be plagued with mealybugs and spider mites. So again, haven't dealt with spider mite. Oh, well, not on him, but on other plants. Never dealt with mealybugs, period. Yes, Demeter, I see you, my sweetie. Will you stop? Huh? She's an attention hog. Yes, you are. You are an attention hog. Yeah. They can be repotted every year. I have repotted him. However, the original pot that I had purchased him in was a ceramic pot. And I picked him up from Sobeys because I actually thought at first he was a bishop's cap until I realized he was a spider cactus or a gymnocalycium horstii. Tongue twisters. And when I brought him home and figured out, oh, he's not a bishop's cat, he's the gymnocalycium horstii, which thankfully they are non-toxic to cats, other than like their little pickies. They do have like a touch of a bit of a neurotoxin, I guess you would call it, and so kind of like will like inflame your finger a little bit if you touch it too hard. But anyways, I had him in a different pot. It was a ceramic pot, and it was actually much longer. It came like down to here, but it's still a 5-inch, but a longer 5-inch. And then I dropped it, which I have difficulty with pots, and I broke it. Who knew you could break a ceramic pot? Especially the one that it was that thick. So I had to put him in this one. Now these are the same Amazon pots, the 5-inch, where they have the little cache on the bottom, and they act like nursery pots. I'll link that in the description, so in case you're interested in these, because they are really cute pots and they're dandy too. They're tough. They're very hard to break, believe me. So, because they're not very fast growers. So when I did put him in this pot, unfortunately he's in like all-purpose potting soil, what I think extra perlite. But the preferred soil that they do like is the seed starting mix. That's the stuff they prefer to be planted in. But yeah, you can repot them every year if the roots are coming out the bottom, or if you'd just like to change up the soil just so then they have like a new medium and different fertilizers and whatnot, and can draw energy and nutrients from it. Now, these guys can handle temperatures between 10 to 30 degrees Celsius. So the hardiness zone for these guys is a 10A. So they can't go outside here year round. And they can only go outside in my area, because I'm on Cape Breton, and where I live, the part of Cape Breton that I live is a 5A. He can only go outside between July and August. Well, otherwise, he'd freeze to death. Even though, like, they are pretty hardy to drafts, because the window that he's in is quite drafty, and it doesn't seem to bother him too much. They're very hardy to drafts, because, well, 10 degrees he can handle. But they still are not that quite cold tolerant. Yeah. Now, some common issues with these guys is, now I haven't had this problem with him, is, if I can tilt this properly to where you can see, he's short in the thing, so it's hard to see. My bird clock is going off. The base here will start to rot, and that's a sign that you overwatered him. Yeah. Black spots is a sign. With peperomia, black spots are a sign of overwatering. Well, not with these guys. Black spots is a sign of over fertilizing them, because they are sensitive to like strong amounts of iron and zinc in the water. That's well, some of our households do have, but in certain fertilizers they don't like that. Another common issue is the green, they'll start to yellow. They won't be this nice, cute, vibrant green. Oh, there goes some dirt. Yeah, and once they start turning yellow, that's a sign of underwatering. So you can underwater a cactus. It is possible. Rare, but possible. So, he is a dandy little plant. I do like him. I ignore him. He ignores me. It's a wonderful relationship. Yeah. But back to the spikes at hand. I had made a joke with my son, because I had seen it on a meme where he would pick at it and whatnot, and then one day he like picked himself too hard, and he was like, ow, 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 and I told him, oh no, it has a taste for blood now. You better be careful it doesn't try to bite you in your sleep. So I scared him and made the mistake of having him have to sleep with me for a week before he realized it can't walk. So yeah, no, dandy little plant. I'm hoping he will get wider. It'd be nice to see him grow. Like, the most growth I've seen out of him is, see that little bump there in the middle? A teeny tiny little bump way down in there. That's it. That's the only growth I've seen on him in the whole year that I've owned this cactus. Yeah. Nope. Dandy little plant. So if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give me a thumbs down. Everybody has a right to their opinion. But if you really liked the video, subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching, and live long, plant on.